Hey everybody. So this is our pop art lesson, and I've decided to go with Jif peanut butter. I think that this is a pretty familiar sort of image, and right now I'm just kind of feeling it out, trying to get the right just how I want to approach the lesson. So I'm thinking these will be my red, blue, and my green sections. And then so again, it's my old friend Mr. Jester, right? I know a lot of people aren't really comfortable with this, but I'm telling you, this is a nice way of getting stuff laid out. Here's my J. Now the big thing with this lesson, what we want to do is we want to have this read. So when we look at the colors, we kind of connect with it that way, right? Bring this down. Again, I'm making mistakes, but I'm not concerning myself with that. And my whole F isn't going to fit. I'm totally okay with that. This is just like we're just getting like a sort of a clip of this. So when you're thinking about your subject, look around your house, go in your cupboards, kitchen, maybe look at candy or soda, soda cans, a lot of different ideas. I also want to include my peanut butter color in the color of the jar. So that kind of tannish brown. Hey everyone. So I am got my dog Scout here. She's helping me load up my paint. I went into my paint and using my cardboard skewers. Actually, cut these in half with a pair of scissors, so I have more. But I'm going to mix this paint up, and then I'm going to load it onto my my palette here. And that palette is it's just coated stock, right? It's a shiny paper, so it doesn't draw the water out of my paint. And if you don't have any more of these, if you've used up all your palettes, say on your free painting project, you can use just get a magazine that kind of has the shiny surface, and just use that as your palette. And then when you're done, you can just tear off that page. So I have all my paints off camera, and then I have my my cardboard sticks off the other side in case I need more paint. So the other thing I'm going to get is some paper towel. And you always want to have in your non-dominant hand some paper towel. And then I have a cup with some water so that I can add some water to my paint. Okay, so I'm going to start with my red. And I'm going to add a little bit of paint, a little bit of water to my paint. Just going to mix that up. And you'll notice that by adding a little bit of water to your paint, you'll be able to control it a lot more, and you'll be able to go a lot further. You'll be able to you'll be able to draw like longer lines, and you'll have more control over your brush. I feel It's just easier to work with. You see how I'm just drawing? I'm drawing just like when we were gesture drawing, right? Same sort of process. Just doing these searching lines, finding the right answer. And I might need to go back into this, give it a second coat, but for the time being, I'm just going to add some red down there. Do not entertain the thought of like completing this in one sitting. This is you're gonna have to go into this a few times before you actually complete this project. So I'm gonna build up layers. And like I'm not gonna try to even add color next to this one right now. If I turn around and I try to add blue next to the red, it's just they're just gonna contaminate one another. So I'm not even gonna try. I want to leave a little space up here, and it's gonna kind of it's gonna add to the. I want to get that peanut butter color. I want to make that peanut butter tan brown. And that'll be a little tricky, but it's just color theory, right? We're just gonna, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and we're gonna make a orange, which is red and yellow. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of blue, which is orange's complement. And that's gonna give me a brown. And then I might add just a tiny bit of black. And that's gonna give me that'll also give me a brown. And then I'll add white to that until I get my, and then depending on when I add my white, that'll tell me which way I gotta go, if I gotta add more yellow, if I gotta add more red. Color theory. It's already starting to have that sort of GIF feel, don't you think? I'm gonna give this a little time to dry. I think I'm gonna move over to the opposite side of the painting and move over to my green right now. I got this section right here has also got to be red. You know what? I think I'm gonna yeah, maybe I'll just add this right now. So there's a little banner down at the bottom of the container. It says creamy. So now I can tell this is like, see how this is starting to drag. I can just tell that I need to add a little more water to my paint. When you start to get like it starts to get that that sort of dragging quality, then you know you got to add more water. Okay. Now let's move over to, so I'm going to switch over to my green. Now, oddly enough, that my colors that I'm using for this GIF container are, they're almost identical to my my main colors. That might not be the case for you. Like, you, depending on what colors, whatever pop art subject matter you're choosing, you might have to turn around and mix colors in order to get the color that you need to do it. You know, say like a Reese's peanut butter cup, you're going to have to make an orange, and that orange is going to have to look like a Reese's orange, right? And so you're going to have to experiment with mixing your reds and your yellows to get the right orange. Maybe even adding some blue, depending on what your oranges look like. So you can see that the color in this is a little translucent and that some places it's thicker than others. So first layer, this is first layer, right? And I'll go back into this and clean this up. So I'm noticing that my red is starting to dry here, so I'm going to start moving into my blue. And I'm going to add a little bit of water to my blue. So this lesson is actually rooted in pop art, and probably the artist most familiar, most people recognize, Andy Warhol, famous pop artist, and he was known for doing probably the one he's most famous for is probably the Campbell soup cans. He did a lot of Campbell soup cans. He did Brillo pad boxes. He also did celebrities. He did Marilyn Monroe and Elvis Presley.